Hello and welcome to After Dark Beers. This is episode number 3. This is a show where we do beer reviews on dark beers, a little more chill, relaxed atmosphere. So I do hope that you can ask whoever's talking about the brew they're drinking some questions. Just try not to interrupt them during anything they might be saying about it. But you find a break, go ahead and say stuff. There's a little more bar-like atmosphere, bar chat. So I want to welcome in my panel tonight. I'm not sure if anybody else is going to be joining up or not. But we do have Blackout Josh. We have Eric, who's Thomas Metal 75.
Hello.
And Miscellaneous Beer Reviews.
Cheers.
Cheers. And myself, Bumpy Road. Beerman's in the chat. Says I'll be there. Got to get my wife. Cheers, Bumpy and gang. Cheers, Beerman, Blake TV. Cheers. And Marion Butch.
Hello.
Everybody. Hello, Marion Butch. So
time to see.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I've been hanging out with them. We almost live together now. See them a lot. It's nice. Yeah, let's just jump right into this, and we'll go to this little side screen thing here. We'll throw Blackout in first to showcase what he's bringing.
Alrighty, so tonight I have Pohala, I think it is, Pohala Chong. So this is a Imperial Stout. The brewery out of Estonia. There's really not too much. They don't really give you what adjuncts and stuff it has on it. Or it does have a little description. Like I said, Imperial Stout brewed to celebrate the darkest nights of the year. The best way to enjoy deepest winter and brewed over the darkness in life. So this is 13.6%. So give it a little pour here. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of description on what, like if it has coffee, vanilla, chocolate. I'm assuming it might have chocolate and stuff, but I can smell the chocolate already, so let me give it a little pour here.
So does it have coffee, vanilla, and chocolate?
I have no idea. I'm assuming it might. Who knows, though?
Cheers, this is C-Leg.
The bottle's
Let's see what I can find on the website for you. Let's see.
That head is not quick. There's no head, Can't see through it. Super dark. I smell some chocolate in there, a little bit of booze. But that's mostly what I'm picking up, chocolate and booze. So, yeah. Dive into this and see if maybe I can pick out the adjuncts instead of the stuff they don't give you. So, yeah.
There
Cheers.
you go.
Nice.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, Josh. Thanks for being here. It
Finally good.
Stacked up.
So tonight, I've got something from Bourbon County. They're 2020, number 4.
Ooh, yeah.
This thing comes in at 13.3%, bottled on September 10th. Or no, September 22nd. It's a oatmeal. Well, it's a bourbon barrel aged oatmeal stout with coffee and maple syrup. In collaboration with their friends, made with bourbon barrel aged maple syrup from Bissell Maple Farm and coffee from Genticia. Yeah.
Intelligentsia, I think, maybe?
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that.
So, sorry, Alex. Gotta do it.
We got to do this now. Come on.
Finally put it in the fridge.
So while you pour that really quickly, I did put into our private chat the
I'm looking at that now, yeah.
beer. Yeah. I think they're using some Kenyan coffee.
All right,
Yep.
so there it is. You got a 1-finger cocoa colored head.
Oh,
And this thing is jet black. There ain't no red hues. There ain't no brown hues. You can't see nothing through it. So, yeah. I'm excited about this one.
this is your first time. So you haven't tried it yet?
I haven't tried this one yet.
Okay.
Going in blind.
Nice.
That's the way to do it.
All right. Thank you for stopping by, everybody, to the Bumpy Road channel of YouTube. Thanks for having me, Bumpy. Today is a beer I had never heard of until I saw it yesterday at the liquor store, and I thought that this would be a good after dark beer. It's a coffee porter from the Great Divide Brewing Company in the state of Colorado. I think it's in is it in Boulder, Colorado, something like that? Yeah. This is a 6.5% alcohol by volume beer, and the website says the same thing as the can does, which I won't read the whole description, but the part of the description that's really interesting here is whiskey barrels that once held Yeti Imperial Stout were filled with green coffee beans sourced from Mexico, okay, and their local purveyor. Once the beans were infused with characteristics of both barrel and Yeti, they were roasted and integrated into the coffee porter. So that's pretty cool. Wow. I believe this was canned on the 17th of December, so pretty fresh, but I'd imagine you can age this a little bit, but the coffee is going to die off slightly over time. All right. So this is, I don't know if anybody can hear any of that, but you're seeing a bunch of popping and fizzing on that one. Very carbonated for sure, with a nice tan khaki, pretty much one finger head. It is a very dark red, so it's not entirely black, but it's almost kind of like a Coca-Cola looking body. Looks pretty good.
Nice.
All right.
It does look like Coca-Cola.
Yep.
All right. Well, from Eric's neck of the woods.
Oh yeah.
I have from Wandering Soul Beer Company. They are out of
You're in Lynn or something?
Beverly, Mass.
Okay.
I have the From the Wreckage Imperial Stout. So you see there all the broken down.
Nice. I'd like to try some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's just like a junkyard or whatever with all the pulleys and stuff you'd find at like a building site. Oh, flowers growing. So this comes in at 10.5% ABV, and you can see right there it was canned on. Maybe you can see it.
There you go.
December 30th, so it's a month old. Stouts are good to age, especially imperial ones. So not that a month is really aging anything, but
whatever. Goodbye head on this beer.
Mine was gone the first time I poured it.
Yeah, it is a very dark, very tiny bubbled chocolatey head. I'm getting some kind of berry and dark fruit notes from back here, so it does have a pretty potent smell to it. Very dark, kind of reddish caramel hues coming up through from the lighting over here on my side. Still doesn't show up on camera, but anyways, cheers everybody. Let's go back full panel here, and we'll just go with Josh. You started it off, so threw you there, and then Miss went. So yeah, the zigzag.
All right, so this is the brewer's name. Sorry, I didn't. And then I don't even know how to pronounce. That's the name of the Pime or Pimi, or I don't know. But like I said, 13.6% Imperial Stout, non-barrel aged, from Estonia. Right off the nose, I mean, the head is completely gone. As soon as I poured it, the head was half a finger or something like that. Super dark. Right off the nose, I get like a smokiness. You get the dark malts. I get a little bit of chocolate. Not really any coffee, like I said. Looked up some of the stuff it has in it. There's no coffee in there, so I wouldn't see why I'd be getting that. But smell the booze, which is interesting since it's not barrel aged. But I guess at 13.6%, it's got some heat to it. They use they have two different hops in here for this one. It's El Dorado and Holleringtal Blanc. So I definitely get this a smokiness off the nose when I smell it. And like I said, you smell the booze. You know it's a high ABV type of stout. There's no getting past that. Like I said, a little bit of maybe like a dark chocolate. I don't know so much for like a milk chocolate. But yeah, let's go in and give this a taste and see what I gather. So cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Joe.
I forgot to take mine out.
Nice mouthfeel to it. Probably medium to heavy mouthfeel on this one. Not much carbonation really. Getting the smokiness, like a kind of like a peat smoke kind of thing out of it. Getting the chocolate out of it. You get that alcohol remnant on it. This one's good. I mean, like I said, there was not too much information, like I said, adjuncts and stuff like that, and it just kind of goes off the smokiness, and like I said, it has El Dorado malts or pale malt, Munich malts, that kind of stuff. But like what I was looking up on it, their taste doesn't really. It's weird the way they describe the taste of it. It's like talking about thunderstorms and stuff and waves crashing. And it's like, can you give us the actual taste of it? But yeah, it says best paired with smoked game meats, thunderstorms, and waves crashing against a rocky beach.
All right.
But yeah, I get a lot of like I said, smokiness. I get that chocolate. You get the booze. Good mouthfeel with this one. Yeah, I mean, there's not too much craziness going on. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm not a big smoky type of guy, but this one, the way that, I feel it's pretty well balanced, and the smokiness isn't super overpowering. You kind of give it on the back end and stuff like that. But yeah, this one's good. Mouthfeel and flavor notes and all that stuff in it. And so yeah, I'm gonna keep on sipping on this one and see what score I give it at the end. So cheers, BuMpY. Thanks for having me. Cheers for the chat. Cheers to the panel.
Cheers, Josh.
Cheers.
Here's to better beach days coming up.
I know. I was like,
Well,
have a little bit more description for this, but thanks, Estonia.
All right. So for the Bourbon County number 4, coffee note has died off a bit. As soon as I opened it, it was kind of heavy on the coffee.
all right.
You're all good. Coffee note initially, but it's there, but it's not overwhelming. You know what I mean? I think they would.
Oh, my bad. I don't have the right beer. Sorry, guys. hate to put it by me. I gotta go. All right.
Goodbye.
John Dillon walked into the wrong bar.
Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, coffee's there. It's not overdone in my opinion on the nose. That could reflect different in the taste. Definitely getting that maple syrup, man. It's there. Vanilla, slight chocolatey note to this, man. Toasty malts. But what more do you want, man? I can already tell this is going to be really, really good. So, cheers. Yeah, head retention wasn't that great. I'm sure I could, once I make some room, I could probably swirl it and regen, maybe.
You would think with the oats and stuff, though, it would be better head retention.
That's what I would think. But I mean, it's a big beer. 13.3. All right. Man, that's pretty damn good. All right. So it does have a little bit of a booziness to it. On the nose, it's not there. Flavor-wise, slight. It's a slightly boozy flavor, but it's not over the top. It's more like when it goes down, you could tell that it's bringing some heat. You know what I mean? Coffee is very mild. I would say that's a subtle in the background type of note. Yeah, it's very, very oaky, casky up front. Getting a dark fruit, maybe. I don't know if it's raisin.
I couldn't tell you. I've never had that one.
It does have like maybe a slight raisiny. I'm picking that little bit of that tobacco, that like yellow tobacco, sweet tobacco note that I get in almost every one of these beers, but it's not over the top. So when the maple syrup and the coffee comes is kind of when it settles on the palate and kind of dries off. You get that the coffee's there. You get the nice light roasty coffee notes. Like I said, it's not overwhelming. It's not smacking you in the face like, oh, there's a shit ton of coffee in here. But same thing with the maple syrup. This is still fairly cold too. So probably by the next time we get around, some other flavors are going to come out. But you get that. It's just like it tastes like maple syrup, like real maple syrup, not that Aunt Jemima shit. But I got no complaints, man. I didn't figure I would. So cheers. Thanks for having me, Bumpy.
Cheers.
And everybody else, cheers to chat. That's what makes it happen.
Come on in.
And everybody else that shows up.
Get in here, people.
Yeah, the link is in there. So if there's anybody that has a dark beer that wants to join up, feel free to grab that link. We'll bring you right in. Kind of like what Drunken One did, but you have to bring a beer.
All right, people. Cool.
I'm in the wrong place.
Speaking of beans,
See you.
we got the coffee porter from Great Divide. Again, 6.5%. And yeah, once again, they are doing whiskey barrels with this beer, and they have the coffee beans that are being aged for I don't know how long, but they are aging them in those whiskey barrels to provide the Yeti Imperial whiskey stout style flavor. So very interesting. It's a limited release with somebody called Tank Farm. No clue who that is, but interesting enough beer here. So last time we looked at the beer, we saw it had a nice khaki one finger head. Now it's just a little pinky nails worth. And now it really looks like Coca-Cola in the glass. Anything else of note in that color? Not really. So that's all we got on the appearance. The aromas off of this beer are very. There's a lot of dark chocolate in this particular beer. There's a lot of the roasty element from that coffee bean. I don't know if it's a dark or a medium style coffee bean roast, but I would say it's definitely on the medium towards that full dark roast quality in there. There's a little bit. There's hints and notes of the wood and the whiskey in here, but that stuff is pretty light overall. There's a nice molasses kind of a sweetness in this one. I'm getting something that's kind of maybe that's the coffee that's kind of giving me a little bit of that dark coffee kind of souring twinge or tinge to it. But so far, this smells exactly like your Yeti Imperial Stout, but it's just a little subdued. It's a lot. What's the word I'm looking for? More just subtle notes, but it smells really good. Let's do it.
Cheers. Sorry.
Jesus.
Blame it on it's Womack's fault.
Yeah, Womack had beans. What do you think's happening at his place right now?
He's praying to the porcelain gods.
Or he's
All right.
paying the porcelain god.
Pretty much. Okay, so you're getting a roasty, almost smokiness, but more of it's just the plain old roastiness of the beans, coffee beans. Definitely more on a medium than dark, I would say, on the roasty notes. Lots of this dark. Is it? I guess it's kind of fudgy dark chocolate. Yeah, definitely. You're just like with the nose. You're getting the whiskey barrel, and you're getting the oaky notes to it, but none of that is really heavy in the beer at all. And there is a little bit of just a slightest amount of like a little chalky finish to it. Not much of that. You're getting some of that dark black coffee kind of souring finish to it. That's pretty good. Mouthfeel is, I'd say it's a medium plus, but it's probably more just straight towards the medium. Yeah, it's probably just straight up medium. It is a very crisp beer. It's got a lot of carbonation, snap, and spritziness, if that makes any sense. It is clean for the most part for what it is, and I guess it's kind of refreshing if you're looking for an imperial style stout and you don't really want the big old body, or you don't really want a huge amount of ABV. For some odd reasoning, you see this guy around, that might be a really good get. I think this would be a really good beer to get people into imperial stouts, and you can say, here's kind of base flavors of imperial stouts without being too much of anything. So if you kind of like something like this, you probably would be able to go to something like what Miscellaneous has with little issues, but it's going to be a bigger, stickier, chewy beer. But this is pretty good so far. It's just a little mouth feel embodied version of a coffee porter.
Nice.
Nice. I haven't tried that Yeti stout. I don't know. I have to look and see if it's at the store. I could have swore I seen it.
I think they put them in 16.9 ounce cans.
Yeah, they got them in cans now.
They're like 12. They're like 12 or 13 bucks for one of those cans. For God's sake.
I didn't know they had them in cans.
Yep.
I just remember the bottles, the big bomber bottles.
Who's we, Blake? Who's with you?
His internet.
Be back. Internet provider. That's
so unlike Eric, I am going to read the whole little thing because Wandering Souls is a wonderful brewery. It's like a one-man show, and he started brewing because his, I guess, him and his wife lost their first child during the carrying of the child, so he started brewing to cope with things, and so they kind of do these things. So what this says is, what will come from the wreckage? Sometimes we need to break through the very foundation to find a life on the other side. This beer emerges from pure destruction, and it's a force to be reckoned with. A bold and roasty powerhouse. This one was brewed on an old homebrew recipe called Backbreaker, and is brewed with Nugget and Columbus hops. So that tells me what hops are in it, so that's cool. When the assortment of specialty and roasted malts. When it seems that all hope is lost, look through the cracks in the pavement. We were all born from the wreckage. So cool little storyline there on the beer and the aromas on this. Like I said, I can pick up from afar. There's there's this berry note. There's like some dark fruit, kind of like more. I'd say more leaning on plum and or prune, but I think it's a bit more sweeter, so I'm going with plum. There is some a little bit of roasted character in the malt aroma as well, with some kind of dark chocolate notes. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty robust imperial stout on the aroma. So cheers.
Cheers, BuMpY.
Salud.
Oh, goodness.
So the body on this one feels a bit thin, but it is like a medium body. So it's like a medium body that has like a thinness built around it. It is very big with the roasted malt notes. So very, very roasty, toasty. Deep chocolate notes. There's a bit of the darker fruit notes in there too. Maybe a subtle hint of that berry note coming up after the dark fruit, and then it kind of has this bitterness to it. To me, it's kind of a floral to earthy bittering effect. It does linger on afterwards. It's pretty bitter, but there's really good stout quality to it in the flavors. So the bitterness, even though it is big and heavy and lingers on, it doesn't distract from the other flavors from the beer, which is nice. 10.5% ABV. Don't notice any alcohol in the flavor or in the aroma. It doesn't even burn going down. So it definitely does not drink like a 10.5%. I'd say lower side medium carbonation, which works. If this one was like highly carbonated, I think that the kind of thinner mouthfeel around that kind of medium body build would have been ruined a bit. It would have made it feel too much like a thin beer. So that's kind of with the lower carbonation, it does kind of build the heft to that body a little bit. Nice. So yeah, I'll be drinking on this one. That's pretty much the flavors and breakdowns of it.
Right. So you said it's like bitter and floral. So it's like a dry stout.
It does have a drying effect, but I mean, it's not like an Irish.
Yeah.
Right. As far as the flavors, it's not very
quick finish.
Maybe the berry note. I mean, because coffee beans, sometimes you can get berries, so maybe that's where the berry. There's a coffee note in there, but it doesn't taste like coffee to me. Like if you have a black coffee. But I guess if you pick up some nuances from the coffee, like little tidbits, the berry note and stuff like that, it might have a coffee note in there.
Power of suggestion. Yeah, I can totally see what you're talking about with berry notes and coffee.
Yeah, I actually had coffee from Dunkin' Donuts today. They have a couple new ones out. I tried their, what the hell do they call it? The Explorer Pack coffee. And it's supposed to have berry notes and stuff like that in it, which it's kind of hard to pick out. But I think the last sip that had mostly sugar and stuff in it, I think I could pick out some berry notes in that coffee. So that's kind of where I get, there's definitely like a berry-esque.
We could start doing Don Buster's Dunkin' reviews.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be thinking of a score. I mean, I do enjoy this one. It's a good brew for sure. So
nice.
Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about that brewery, man. Or the brewer. It's a lone gentleman, right?
Yeah, I've only had two beers from him. I've seen like 4 or 5 on the shelf. Brandon said that sometimes he doesn't feel like he does a great job with his higher ABV beers. So when I was seeing some of the higher ones, I was like, but I saw this one on the shelf. I'm like, Imperial Stout, I got to give it a try, and it's actually a good beer. So
I did a review of their, I think it was their Vienna lager. That thing was really good. And I did a beer review of that on my channel, and I forget what, I think his name is Josh. I think it's another Josh or John or something. One of the brewers from Wandering Soul actually commented and was very impressed that somebody did a beer review and they got the exact notes and they understood the exact thing that they were trying to go with that beer. So I think they're very receptive, and they'll comment and they'll chime in. They're watching the beer community. So hopefully they see this and give you some positive vibes for the review.
Oh yeah, no, I dropped because I do on Instagram. I do my Tuesday beer hauls.
Yep.
And I started adding in, because I used to just do it to the Packy. That's the craft beer store I go to in Manchester. So I used to just do at the Packy because that's where I was buying all the beers. But I'm like, you know what? Sometimes like in the picture, you can't really see what breweries and what the beer actually is. So I started implementing at the brewery so people could click on that and go right to the brewery's link on Instagram, and then saying what the beer is and if it gives like the ABV and maybe what hops are used and stuff like that. So I did that with this one the last Tuesday, and yeah, they commented back and said that they were very excited to be mixed in with the pack of beers that I had picked up.
Nice. Now those are some good people right there. Cheers to them.
But Josh, I think we go back to you. You can talk. Shout stuff out too if you want to, and then we can just kind of general chit chat afterwards. If we have
Miscellaneous is dying down there. I see.
right now, my wife just went to the bathroom. I got to go there.
So yeah, I have this one. I'm not even gonna try to figure out how to pronounce that. I was looking on the bottom. What's that?
I don't know. So what? Let me see one more time.
BuMpY-isms or
BuMpY?
I was looking on the bottom and it says it's imported by Shelton Brothers out of Massachusetts, somewhere in Massachusetts.
All right, I'm gonna quickly see if I can raise my volume. I found the translation on Google.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
It sounds Russian.
It translates to dark night. Everybody, there you go.
Now that makes sense because
that makes sense with the descriptors.
Yeah,
of their
crashing against the waves and whatever else. But so yeah, the more I've been drinking on this, I kind of get like some vanilla notes out of it. I kind of get coffee. I don't know if that's the malts in there. I definitely get that smokiness. Yeah, there's no alcohol legs on this whatsoever. There's no, like I said, the head is gone pretty quick. Super dark. Good mouthfeel though. It's got like a creaminess to it. Get that dark chocolate. You get that kind of like a smoky peat moss type of flavoring to it. This was aged in Scotch whiskey barrels from what is that, Islay? Yeah. Yeah, but you get the booze out of it. Like I said, 13.6. You know it's pretty high ABV, which this is non-barrel aged too, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, this one's good. Score-wise, I give it a 95. I think it's pretty good. I'd probably pick it up again. Like I said, I don't really like too many smoky beers, but this one's not super overpowering, and it's kind of like a hint of smokiness to it. But I definitely taste some vanilla in there, maybe like a little bit of honey. Definitely the dark chocolate. Not much dark fruit really in there. There's like a slight bitterness kind of, or like acidity to it. Like I said, it's a pretty good mouthfeel, but medium to almost heavy. No carbonation whatsoever. But yeah, this one's good. 95 for me for this Pimo, whatever the hell,
I know.
Pimo. So
yeah, you basically just got to slur whatever the hell you're saying at the end, and it works.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, let me pick the beer that I can't pronounce. But I was like, yeah, it's my smallest. I think that's one of my smallest bottles in the cellar, because I was like, wow, do I really want to drink a 750 milliliter bottle of stouts? But I was like, but yeah, 95 for me for this Estonia beer. Shout out wise, I don't really have shout outs. Philly Crooker 87 on Instagram. That's pretty much about it. I don't really do too much. Just go to work and drink beer and hang out with everybody and do whatever.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep. Yep, exactly. So cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Josh. We're gonna bring Beerman. Beerman just popped in, so let's add him in here. I'm gonna go back to this screen for right now, so we can just let Beerman show what he's bringing.
All right.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to take a quick wee break.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah.
Don't fall in.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Sweet. All right. I'm glad I'm here. I didn't mean to miss Brian's thing. I was just been really busy. So today I wanted to do this because it looks so good. It's by Cold Fire out of where in Oregon? Eugene, Oregon. Hippie city.
Yeah.
Big time hippies there. This is a collaboration with Noisel. It's a pastry stout, inspired stout, 9.8%. It's called the Coin Aman or something, but just a straight up label. It's kind of a, I don't know what you call it. Just, it's not real crazy like art, but cool. Yeah, let's open it.
Whoever's in the basement, stay there. Wait a second, BuMpY had to go head to head.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that brought a beer I can't pronounce.
So it's definitely the range of color that we're wanting, that BuMpY's wanting. So, finger head, real quick smell. Oh wow, that's real coffee forward. It's really coffee. Got a little sweetness in there as well. Kind of a milkiness. That's nice. That's gonna be good. I can't wait to. Are you guys? You want me to keep going?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right.
We did our rundown. I think Chatty is in the basement. We'll probably let him do the same thing.
Cool. All right, I'll continue. So coffee, a little bit of a kind of a like a milky sweetness or something going on. Coffee, a little bit of like a sweet like milk chocolate maybe, with the kind of even like pushing like a bitter chocolate. It's kind of all in between. It's jumpy. Looking at it though, it's got a nice creamy tan head, kind of rocky, bubbly. Lacing starting to form up a little there. At the bottom, it's a little lighter than I would have thought. I thought it would be really a dark stout, but it's got more of a Tootsie Roll brown at the bottom. But it's opaque at the top here. It's real nice. Got a medium medium bubbles there. Let's go for the taste. Cheers.
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 Cheers, man. Chatty, I can't tell.
You'll be along with us soon.
It tastes kind of like a Tootsie Roll. That's weird, really strange. But with the coffee, breakfast stouty kind of feeling, you know what I mean? That kind of espresso roast, dark roast and stuff. It's really nice, creamy mouthfeel. Kind of a robustness. Yeah, creamy, robust though. It's nice. It tastes. It's very robust actually. It's sweet, but not so. It's not cloying sweet at all, by no means. It's got a nice dry finish, very much so a pastry stout for sure. Just very smooth though, very awesome. This is a good beer. Yeah, I got my thoughts on this. I'll give you guys a score. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, then.
Thanks, BuMpY. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with Chatty before we end up going to miscellaneous score on his beer.
I will say Brian drove about 180 miles an hour to get me home in time. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, damn, Brian.
No, he went the speed limit.
So how was the brew day? You enjoyed it?
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. Tell Dio to calm down, and next time I will get more hands on. I was just kind of doing all the observing stuff, and
yeah, you need to mute yourself.
Okay. But I felt like being a lazy basic bitch today. I brought a Guinness Extra Stout.
What? Lazy bitch.
Is this dark enough for you, BuMpY?
Yes, it's extra dark.
Yeah, it's 5.6%, intense, characteristical, and bold. Guinness Extra Stout is the pure expression of our brewing legacy. Bittersweet with subtle hints of hops, dark fruits, and caramel. This stout is a testament to great brewing.
Nice.
Salud, cheers, prost. Let's crack her open.
You hit the store on your way home, huh?
Actually, this has been in my fridge for a couple days.
I gotta say, YouTube, Beer Man saying cheers, Dickie, and it came across in the chat. Do you want to show this or do you want to hide this?
Oh,
I pressed show.
okay.
Chatty-o. You had too many earlier.
Sloppy.
Sloppy chatty.
Hung out with Alex too long earlier.
Hey, whoa!
Oh,
Don't blame it on Alex, chatty. You know.
I was getting a lot of the roasty toastiness out of it. I came in here, you guys are being all professional, and I'm here. You guys like,
There's
Now
no
get some-
professionals in the VIP room.
there's no sex in the champagne room, so
There
you
is
go.
no sex in the champagne room.
Fox said.
Can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of the roasty malts off of it. Well, some caramel, not a whole lot of the chocolate notes, as they say. So give her a taste.
Cilantro.
Cheers.
Cheers, chug it.
Prost.
Ooh, this is good. Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
When I think of a Guinness, it is the Guinness Extra Stout. It's not like their drought. That's like too sweet. This is just bold and just to the face. There's just the roastiness from the malts hit you. Some caramel flavors on it. It's smoky too. I don't know if you guys get some smokiness from the extra.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
There's some slight smokiness to this. Cheers, guys. I'll have a score next time around.
We have
Cheers,
Vanessa Kitty, shouting out the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. That is a great beer. I like that.
I
one.
don't think I've had that one.
It's in a yellow label, I believe.
Oh, I've seen you. Some of you guys. I've seen that beer
What?
kind of go around with you guys.
That's
I'm
one of
not
the beers.
special enough.
That's one of the beers that Michael Comarock would call a
Yeah.
tropical stout. Tropical, because foreign
Yes.
extra stouts, they go to different places in, especially the Caribbean islands and in Africa, and they change up the ABV to suit their needs or
Yeah,
razor reasoning. Tropical stout.
I've heard him say that. That's funny. Ooh, different order. I don't like being here. Okay, thank you.
So miscellaneous is next to go with his score and all.
All right. Yeah. So for the Goose Island, the number 4,
Ooh.
13.3%. I mean, they always do a great job. It's adjuncty. You get that. You get the maple syrup. You get the what else in this shit? Coffee. And for one thing, for this being coffee, which they never put coffee in any of their stuff, it's absolutely done phenomenal. It's not the forefront. It's not standing out on the front line like, hey, it's coffee. It's not like that. As for the fruit note, now that it did warm up, it's not raisins anymore. I'm getting prune, to be honest with you.
Alex is on to you.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's too bad, Andrew or
Me?
Alex. Hey, man, it's working for me. I'll get another one, Alex. Just calm down.
Alex, sorry, I'm drinking the mac and
And I need you to PayPal me
Kidding.
$26.
Pretty much.
Whoa.
Oh, damn. I'm getting fired right now.
No.
Alex, get nothing here.
It's really good. Like I said, it's not real boozy on the nose. The initial sip, I mean, you get the coffee, and it's very mild. Slight heat on the way down. Mouthfeel is absolutely phenomenal. It's clean. It's slick. I guess that's probably the oatmeal doing it in that. Didn't leave any lacing. It's not really leaving any legs. It's kind of there's some in there. Not too much. Nothing really to show off, but yeah, like I said, as you sip it and the palate starts to dry, you get the maple syrup, you get the coffee notes, roasty malts. Can't complain. So I don't know. Score wise for this beer, it's gonna be high because they make exceptionally great stuff. This even though Goose Island sold out, this series is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm glad that they put it out every year. 98.
No. Well,
And give it a score of 98 because I mean, it's just so robust, and the alcohol really isn't present. You only just feel it when you sip it down. It's big, big beer. I just like the addition of the coffee to it, how subtle it is. Because the way they use their adjuncts, it's like real adjunct heavy most of the time. But I think the way they executed this with the maple syrup and the coffee on top of using the oatmeal, it's phenomenal, man. If you see it, go get it. Price shouldn't be a factor. I mean, God, it's phenomenal. So, anyways, other than that, plugs. Go check out my new channel, Miscellaneous Beer Reviews. I'll drop the link in the chat as soon as I take myself off of full screen. Other than that, what else is there to shout out? Wednesday, go to Chugs, play What's the ABV, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Show up for that. It's always a great game. Thank God he's back and he's feeling up to hosting.
Hells yeah.
Cheers, Mikey.
Yeah, God, he's doing okay.
Okay.
Food Friday with Alex the Beer Master is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Friday. Believe it's wild card.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I remember this time.
Oreos and
Other than that, I don't
Yeah.
know. Sundays. Super Bowl Sunday this week coming up.
Oh yeah.
So 10:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay,
Bring
Chad.
your stouts and your porters and come hang out with Georgia Beer Reviews, aka John and Ellie, and Michael Kormroff in the gang. I will be there this Sunday because I took off.
a boy. That's how you do it. Yep.
Well, I didn't ask to take the Super Bowl off. I just said, hey, can I have February 7th off? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
And then they realized what it was.
I don't think my boss realized yet.
Oh, that's funny.
So, cheers. Thanks for having me, BuMpY.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Miss Lane.
Schwilly.
Cheers.
The last little taste of we got a coffee porter from the Great Divide Brewing Company, 6.5%.
Seems about right for them, yeah.
And once again, they have put some coffee beans into whiskey barrels that were once held with the Yeti Imperial Stout inside of them. And then they...
Not you, drunken one.
Once the beans were infused with characteristics of the barrel and Yeti, they were roasted and integrated into the coffee porter. So there you go on that one. Beer Advocate gives that an 86. So my overall thought before I figure out a number rating is more when I started to get through the beer and it warmed up slightly, I started to notice more of like this caramel toffee, almost like a maple syrupy sweetness, but not anything cloying at all. It has a bit of a sticky, moderately sticky body, but it's not, doesn't stick to the lips or anything like that. But you can definitely tell there is some sweetness to it. So I would say it's a semi-dry. I kind of feel what our man BuMpY was talking about with the dry level of his beer. I'm with you on that one. Definitely just about a straight medium, maybe even a little bit below that. So I think the body picked up a little bit, or should I say the body lessened a little bit as I was drinking that beer. So again, they gave it an 86 on Beer Advocate. I will probably give that a straight 88. This is a really awesome beer that has the really good coffee roastiness to it. A little bit on the ashy, smoky side. Not too much, though. But if you have never had the Yeti Imperial Stout or any other Imperial Stouts and you're curious about those kind of base flavors, this will be a really good introduction. Everything tastes like a good Imperial Stout. It just got a littler body and mouthfeel to it. So, I mean, that's just my personal reasoning for wanting to knock that down. And I think it could use some more.
Sounds like you're talking about a midget.
So, don't knock them down, baby. Don't knock that down. And I think I want more
It's
malt.
like a UK barrel age.
More malt, more chewiness. 88. Boom.
It's got all the same parts, just a little body and mouth.
Yikes.
No wonder Blake's in the chat.
Oh boy.
Hi, Blake. Oh yeah, go to Thomas Middle 75 on YouTube. Masters Beer Reviews. Look for us. Masters of Beer Reviews on Facebook. And my band Oxwood Forge putting together a little lyric music video, and hopefully the new album's coming out soon. Yeah, stay tuned.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Oh, shut up.
Cool.
Cheers.
What
Cheers,
album?
buddy.
What album would this be from your band?
All right, the
How many
album. Do I have the
What
album
number?
artwork here?
Album
Bam.
number 4?
Which one? Like 1, 2, 3? How many albums?
So this is the first one that I've been in.
That's what the-
And this will be their third. And this is the album artwork. It's called the album is called Decimator. There you go. Look for us soon on that one.
Oh, I want to
Yeah,
get that.
man.
Good stuff. Good music, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, Eric.
Whose turn is it?
Yours, man.
Is it? All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
man.
All right, man. Some stuff came out when it was warming up, as usual. You know, it actually kind of tastes like a Dubel. It's got the slight fruity raisin banana ester started to come through. The alcohol's were all hidden, but it started to kind of get warm in the throat. Cooked sugary caramel comes out with a nice milk chocolate coffee presence. That Tootsie Roll really popped. That's just a slight booziness, so it was really nice. For the ABV that it is, it was just it's very enjoyable, robust, and just awesome. I scored this at a little lower, but just to give it some room, but 94 out of 100, definitely a mid-range A, pushing A+, so a very good beer for sure, as BuMpY would say. Definitely. Cheers.
Cheers.
Plugs. Beer and cheese is on for sure. Bring beer and cheese, 8 o'clock. Tuesday. And Wednesday, definitely, I was saying something else, and then that. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do that for a couple months, I think, just to really get a good idea of what hops are all about. So we'll just do the I forgot what I called it, but Hoppy Wednesday something. But happy hoppy who, doody doody doo.
Yeah.
But 6 o'clock Eastern, be there if you like. Bring a beer that has at least a couple, even one's fine. Just have your information ready with the hops and stuff, and then we'll go over it and just a learning sensory lesson. So, cheers, hell yeah, right on. Thank you, BuMpY, again.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers. Oxblood Forge.
Oxblood. I said Oxford. Yes.
Yeah.
Oxford Forge.
Definitely not Oxford Bludge.
Okay. I guess it's my. I was hearing some Dropkick Murphys in my head while I was sipping on this beer.
Shipping off to Boston.
Yeah, there you go. But
With the Guinness.
I don't drink Guinness very often. It's usually once a year. It's my my St. Patrick's Day beer. So this extra stout is hitting well right now. I'm picking up a lot of smokiness from the malts, and I've been looking for a smokiness in a beer like this for quite some time. I have a hard time finding Roush beers around here. This beer is very good. There's some caramel in it. There's some maltiness, some smokiness to it. So the Guinness Extra Stout, I'm going to score it a probably 94, which I think is really well scored for especially like a global powerhouse brewery like Guinness. I think the quality in this beer is just absolutely incredible. So cheers.
Yes.
And a quick plug, I don't know when. I don't know how much, how it will. I will be putting together a vlog I recorded at Thrash Metal's house today when we did our brew day, so that comes out soon. I have a pickle review coming out tomorrow, so I know a lot of you guys kind of like that.
Nice, man.
I got beer reviews coming out this week, some video game play. So yeah, just a bunch of beer reviews and food reviews, and I scared him away. Whatever. But yeah, just a Chatio channel. It's just I'm all over the place with it, kind of like I am right now. Just scattered video games, beer reviews, food reviews, brewing day vlogs, grilling vlogs. I'm all over the place. Take it,
No,
Bumpy.
my favorites are Chatio's
Pickle.
food reviews,
Oh, nice.
especially when he does
Chatio.com.
Yeah.
Bumpy loves the pickle.
Yeah, my pizza review today is going to be incorporated with the vlog from Thrash Metals. Hellas, yes.
Tell us, yeah.
Oh, you do some great reviews, man. I really like your humor. You're a great dude, man. So
Appreciate it. You too, man. You too. You bring a lot
Yeah.
of fun to your reviews.
nice.
Great great editing and
Not all the time, but I try.
yeah, no, I've stopped editing them. I just run and gun my beer reviews anymore. But yeah, when you do your editing, some of the effects in there, I'm like, oh man, all right, it's a party over there. Beer man.
Your Chong one was awesome, dude. I liked your Cheech and Chong thing. That was awesome.
You talking about Bailey, man?
Or is that how you have a name for that character?
Bailey, man.
Yeah, man.
Okay, sorry.
I have his hat still.
Nice.
He's
You
not
left
allowed.
it there.
He's not allowed in my house for a while. So
Yes, it's because he's busy watching his pickle, washing his pickle. not watching his pickle.
There's just like ashes and roaches everywhere. At the empty
Yeah.
beer can.
oh shit, yeah.
Nice.
And my cats walk around drunk and stoned when he's around. It's just no fun.
Thank you, Chatio.
Thank you, man.
But yeah, check out Chatio's stuff. I'm not wearing his shirt tonight, but he does have merch and stuff. So check out his channel for some merch. Beerman also has merch.
I got merch.
Miscellaneous has merch.
Nice.
yeah.
Go get you some. It's one click away.
Mm-hmm.
Damn
There
it.
you go.
I think everybody's got.
Georgia, Massachusetts beer reviews with Eric. Do you have merch yet?
No.
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 And I do not have merch either.
I
But
don't either.
Beerman is working on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I'm
the
trying,
badass T-shirt ever to come out.
I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you sorry?
It's taking forever.
Send me some great pictures. I don't care. I have forever. I'm never.
I gotta jump on it. I'll have it done then. No,
I'm
I'm
never
good.
gonna make it to where people want to buy merch.
It'll be good when it's done, though. I promise.
You
But
already
if
have
you
a
autograph it,
Yeah, I can do that. There you go.
I'll be buying a Bumpy shirt for sure. So when that comes out.
yeah, no, I'll be buying a Bumpy shirt when it comes out because it's made by Beerman.
You don't have to buy yours. You just ask them for a sample of your first.
Got my
They'll send it to you.
No,
It got some of my thoughts and opinions in it, but Beerman's skills of graphic design. So yeah.
I don't know
You're
about that.
pushing the boundaries, Bumpy. You want some
Oh no, yeah,
elaborate
we have
shit.
all the colors.
I got
Black,
Bumpy's arm in it, man.
red.
Yeah, the good. We'll go over it. Sorry.
He wants all the colors of the unicorn.
I might have orange in there too, black and orange. So that way, Josh will definitely buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign me up now.
But no, let's get into this beer. Gotta give this a score. This is not barrel aged at all. The one from Wandering Soul from the Wreckage Imperial Stout. Not barrel aged, and I love barrel aged Imperial Stouts. Love them. This one is very, very good for not being barrel aged. It's because I like sweeter. I do like things on the sweeter side. This one's not quite on the sweet side, but it doesn't go into that super like harsh bittering effect either. So it does have some nuances of sweetness in there mixed in, but it is a very big, bold Imperial Stout. And without being barrel aged, I think it has some wonderful flavor notes and aroma notes coming out of it. So for the Wandering Soul from the Wreckage Imperial Stout, I'm going to land this one as a 94 out of 100. I think it's a pretty damn good, solid Imperial Stout. What it is. Barrel age, if they ever did a barrel age version of this, then I think it would be up there even more, hopefully. I don't know. Sometimes you can get if you barrel age something, you can get some off flavors leaked out of the barrel. So you kind of have to know what you're doing, I think, or at least give it time. But yeah, I think
Nice.
for the 2 beers I've had from this brewing company, I've liked both of them. So
Awesome.
yes, pretty solid brewing company for something that's so small. Just I believe just a one-man team. Maybe they've expanded a little bit. I don't know, but very happy. I probably wouldn't have picked them up if Craft Beer Force wasn't putting videos out on this brewery, because I would have had no clue that it just would have been another mix in the bunch of beers on the shelf for me. But he gave the backstory on them and he said some good things about the beer, so it made me want to go ahead and give them a shot, and I'm glad I did. So there's that. It's 9:02.
1-0.
You know where your kids are?
That one, oh.
Yeah.
In the other room.
Yeah.
Sleeping on my floor. Trying to get into my best bedroom to get that wort that's fermenting right now.
Yeah. So
Cheers,
we
Slash, about all of
we
that.
can continue on live for a little bit. I think we still have 13 watching. If you guys are okay with that, and just we can jump in general chit chat. I do want to appreciate everybody for showing up tonight.
Thanks, bro.
Just in
Yeah.
case it gets,
Anytime I can, Bumpy.
Yep.
It's tough. I had to cut. I can get another one of these. They're at the store. I promised Alex I would do a review with him Wednesday, an examination. Hopefully, I have the money to do it. But
Alex promised to do
I don't
a
know,
beer
man.
review.
I just had a kind of white light earlier too. I picked up the breakfast stout, Founder's breakfast stout. I have some Mackinac in there. I've got that other vintage strong ale from Founders, but I really wanted to try this.
Yeah. I'm gonna next. I should probably just shout this out too. Multi Monday tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on the same damn channel. That one's a little more structured, and it's going to be the extra special bitter.
Bring a stout.
We also like
right.
the extra special bitch.
I'm bringing the sass tomorrow night, so you got the bitch right here.
Yoish.
There. If I can-
Yeah, bring an ESB though for Multi Monday. Everybody's
Yes,
welcome
sir.
on panel for that. As long as you bring the said beer and you act like a normal, rational human being. A little more structured, like I said, but yeah. So hopefully a decent good time. A little bit of background beer knowledge at the beginning. Not out of my brain, but I read it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, come on, Bumpy. You need to know these things.
I could probably find some really good literature and actually read for like half an hour on certain styles, but I'm not going to do that to you people. So just little quick snidbits and then get the show on the road. But yeah, there's that.
Nice.
Miscellaneous is going to go out tomorrow and get another oatmeal stout there from Bourbon County or Goose Island, Bourbon County. And
Hey,
I
Jules.
will be at that store tomorrow.
Hi, Michael.
he'll pay his homage forward to Alex, who's right now going, "You owe me."
I
Yeah.
don't know him.
All right.
He owes me, if anything.
He and I were supposed to do the Mackinac and the Dio's Fudge video thing yesterday, and he ditched me. So
Burn.
here it is,
Hey.
Alex. I'm drinking the Mackinac right now.
That's
In the
not
form
nice.
of Guinness. Yeah, I'm not bitter.
That one's definitely not bitter.
No.
Hell. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be doing the same ESB tomorrow, Chadio.
You got the okay. That's okay. So I know
I
you-
actually
I know.
really enjoyed it. I drank it the other night just to get
Okay.
a taste for it.
I don't think I've ever had the fuller, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
looking
the
forward
wrong.
to it.
That's the wrong emoji, Michael Goldstein.
This
It's supposed to
emoji-
be like this.
He's pointing at his watch. He's like, "You know what time it is?"
Hammer time.
You know what? Yeah.
It's fun.
Cheers, Jules.
I'll be bringing a different
Cheers,
ESP
Jules.
than anybody else. I think
I think
Eric's the only other one that could possibly pick up the same ESP as me.
Okay. I got one.
well, Thrash. I think
No
should
one will
pick
have
up,
mine.
A local ESP. I think he said he's going to go out tomorrow and pick it up, or maybe even tonight.
Maybe I'll check
Mine's from New
my
Hampshire.
gastropubs, the guys who do the growlers and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe there's an ESP I can get my hands on.
Nice.
But the one, I don't know, man. That Fuller's was fucking decent.
Decent.
Yeah, I'll be celebrating
Yeah.
Thomas and scraping my roof off.
It
We're supposed
was.
to get like
Even
possibly
before the
18
Trailer
inches
Park
of
Boys,
snow.
I said that shit.
Yeah.
It was really good. I was surprised.
So, BuMpY, I take it no After Dark next Sunday, or are we going to do it still?
I won't be here for
You want me to mention
I
After Dark
I'll
next
get
Sunday?
party.
Oh, jeez.
After Super Bowl Sunday. There you go.
So After Dark Beers next Sunday is going to go on.
Okay.
It might be a smaller channel. I know there's quite a few of you that would be watching the Super Bowl. But there are people out there. There are people out there that don't like sports.
Yeah, exactly. I
Or
was
don't
thinking
like
about that too.
Football.
I'm
or
one of
care
them.
for the teams. Maybe it will end up during halftime. I don't know when's halftime usually hit. Instead of
20
watching
minutes,
somebody's
About
talk
halfway
to their
through
nipple,
the
you
game,
can,
BuMpY. Halftime
you
is
can join
halfway
After
through.
Dark Beers.
Yes, I'm not the only one.
Ow.
Halftime beer reviews with Alex.
Careful with that
He
shit, man.
joins.
Yeah.
You guys hear that?
Nice emojis there, Eric.
Fucking joins.
Cheers to the chat room, too. Thank you all.
Thrash Metal knows his emoji game. Or not Thrash Metal, sorry, Thomas Metal. You know your emoji game.
I think you meant that one. Oh.
I was hanging out with Thrash way too long today.
Yeah.
He's fucking badass.
Yeah, I saw it. I just wasn't there, but that was great. That was good seeing you.
No, it was
Together.
fun. That was fun. And
So
I mean, we had a full panel there for quite some time, and 12 viewers were pretty solid watching. It was awesome. So it's
Wait,
really good to see.
Wait, I thought you said you had 12 beers.
I had 3, but two of them are just, or I had 4. 3 of them were big boy beers, and then I had Hungry Howie's, which is
Yeah.
pretty all right. I mean, they're all right. I'll definitely reorder them again, but
Yeah.
it was such an impromptu, just quick review of them. That'll be in the vlog.
was that stout
do
you
they
had?
have
One.
it?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The stout I had was Thrash Metal's homebrew
Oh,
stout.
okay. Nice.
Fucking good. Maple chocolate. It almost reminded me of what you brewed, BuMpY.
Nice.
From what I've heard of it, like because you did like a maple
From
stout too.
what Anelli said of it or what I said of it?
Yeah, it just seems like they're really like kind of similar along the same lines, kind of.
Yeah.
It was a big boy beer he gave me. He gave me 3 big boy beers, 2 IPAs and that stout.
Awesome.
And yeah, the white IPA gave me 4.5 gallons of. It's probably about 6.5%. He missed the mark by a smidget. So he's like, yeah, it's probably not 6.6. He's like, it's probably 6.5. I'm like, still
Right.
good.
Your efficiencies were good today on the beer. It seemed with the
Mine
Original
were
gravity.
not. Mine were way off. His were on par. I wasn't doing anything. I
Oh.
was just chilling.
well, Thrash is
Yeah.
So did he just give you some wort to pitch your own yeast, or
He threw the yeast in there too.
Oh, okay.
And gave me a
I didn't know if he was
cardboard
just going to
paper
give you wort to pitch your own yeast or do whatever you wanted with it.
one. No, he
Your
threw
what
the
hurt?
yeast in there, and it's sitting in my guest bedroom because that's like the darkest room in my house. So now I have to go and get a big bucket, with a spigot and kind of transfer through that.
right.
All right, BuMpY.
Nice. Oh, you took So you took like what 4.5 gallons? He said, I think.
I took roughly half of it. Yeah.
Yeah, roughly half. Yeah,
Yeah. So I didn't ask for it. He's like, here you go. I'm like,
that's awesome. Hell yeah, dude.
oh, I've got 40 bottles sitting on my countertop, so I should be all right.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
And freaking Miscellaneous is pumping out some freaking awesome beer reviews lately, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, miscellaneous. You're killing it, man.
Can't wait till you get my beers.
I haven't. I need to look up where they're at. I do have a pretty good Craft Shack order coming in too.
Nice.
Keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm getting a bunch of shit that I could never ever get
Awesome.
from all over the country. So.
Yeah, I definitely want to do a trade with one of you guys at some point. I'm just kind of scared.
Scared?
Scared shipping it.
They're not going to come get you. If they do, just play stupid.
I didn't know what I didn't
Really?
know I didn't know what I put in the box.
You can't throw your motor oil in the trash. I didn't know.
Yikes.
It's plant nutrients.
I love it, dude. When I unbox the video, I want to use that for my thumbnail.
You know, it's funny as I say, and he's all, "Do you make your own nutrients?" I was like, "Yeah, make it up. We have a compost pile in the backyard. Me and my wife, it's a business. We yes, that's what both of them are."
Want some?
I'll have to play it off. I just will not go to the UPS shop near me because the guy's kind of
We're live.
I know. And we're live.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
No, we're not doing
If they were gonna come get me, they would have come kick that shit.
Yeah.
And I would have seen me getting hauled out for jail by now.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Oh hell, Thrash is in the basement now.
Yeah, bring him up.
You have a dark beer?
Oh my god.
Dark beer?
You have a dark beer?
Nice, dude.
Yeah, he's got a dark beer. Real quick.
Yeah, I just poured the Bourbon Road. So
Bourbon Road.
yeah, as you can see, if you guys watched
Finally carved
review
up.
on it, it didn't have a head. That's because I forgot to attach the CO2 to the keg when I was bottling.
Oops.
User error.
Whoops.
Oopsie daisies.
Brewer error.
That helps.
Oh shit.
So it is more
buddy.
carbonated than the one that John and Nelly got, as you can see. But
No.
Great
so
divide.
Thrash, you got a dark beer? Then let's do.
You pale.
There we go. Yeah. You now you got to judge your beer. I wish I would have rated that thing earlier.
Beautiful
That was
head,
so good.
man.
Look at that.
Well, I
The
think
beer. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm wearing pants. How did you know?
shut up.
Loving the shirt. Damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Nice. Oh hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
How are ya?
Yes.
I'm trying to get my shit together.
Getting better.
Don't worry, Thrash. The whole world's
Right.
I thought
The
you
whole
said
world's
a lot of
watching.
people.
Okay,
Yeah,
So
we
this
got
is
we got 13 countries. Oh wait, no, that's 13 people. Never mind.
13 countries,
14,000.
half a person at each.
14. It just went up. More pressure.
14,000 people. Cheers, guys.
So Chattio had this earlier. This is the oatmeal maple vanilla chocolate stout.
Yum.
7.7%. Would have gone 6.6, but not high enough ABV.
yeah.
But yeah, very creamy head, high chocolate on the nose, some little roasties on the nose. If I breathe in any harder, I'm going to have it up the nose. But yeah,
Of course, you hung out with me earlier, so just watch your step.
Wow.
Sorry,
Chattio liked it.
Chattio came in hot as fuck.
sorry, no, it did. Sorry about the mess I left in your powder room.
You left it what? Where?
Powder room.
Oh, I have no powder room.
Chattio more.
I guess I should get a smaller mirror when he comes over. All right, so is everyone done their stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can roll right through.
So, yeah,
I'll move you
yeah,
to center square because that makes it better.
Smell and taste go hand in hand. On the mouth, very, very nice, comfortable chocolate, roasty smoothness over the palate. Just very dreamy, not powder room dreamy, but it's from a very nice chocolate sweet stout. This is nice and creamy. Goes down very easy. Since we're getting down to a portion of the keg, it is coming off just a little boozy, just a slight amount, but not much. But it's one of the better. I would call it a wimpier stout, where it's more chocolate forward than roasty. So I know NEPA versus West Coast IPA type thing. You know, it's one of those. Either you like them or they don't. You don't. So cheers, man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That sounds awesome.
I think I rated this thing 96.
96.
Great score.
Yeah,
I'd
96.
You don't rate your homebrew.
I'd put it
I
there.
usually don't rate my homebrew.
It's a killer beer.
It's a very nice
Killer
beer.
beer. And,
It's not a
he's
beer.
right. He's right. I think it's
Two people saying this. Come
right
on.
in the
It's
middle.
got to be
Right
a
in the
good beer.
middle. Right in the middle of the taste. I was like, "Ooh, there's the second sip." I'm like, "And there's the booze." He's like, "Really?"
Yeah. Down.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But no, I think I put it right in a 96 myself too. It was like that's such a phenomenal beer.
Nice.
Not that sweet, not overly sweet. You get the chocolateness, a little bit of roasty. That's awesome.
You like the IPA too.
The IPA was really good. Yeah.
Cool. West Coasty.
Yep.
West Coast, yeah. West Coast. West
West Coast. Bit of niscus.
He and I will.
And the cheekness is
Thrash and I will talk sometime in the near future and kind of collaborate like a recipe or some ideas to put together for a beer for the next time I come over. And yes, Dio, I'll be more hands-on.
Yeah, there's no big deal about that. It's I just know the system and I have a routine. That's the whole thing. Is
So that's why I stepped back because
Yep.
I sit there, hey, take care of the chat, man.
yep.
Doesn't take much to do. It's a little time consuming. So.
Yeah.
And plus, you know your shit.
Yeah, he
You're
knows
an
it. I'm like,
educated dude with
Thank you,
beer.
sir.
So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. My hair's off to you.
You and Bumpy both. I look up to you guys. Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks for having me, Bumpy.
Yeah, cheers.
All right. One day when I grow up.
Thanks for
I'm gonna be just like him.
Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. So I want to say thank you all for joining in tonight, and thank you to the chat for showing up. Like I said, next Sunday will be another After Dark Beers, and it is Super Bowl Sunday, so we'll see what happens with the viewership, but that's fine. Show will go on. Those of you that can make it, that'd be great. If not, I can completely understand. And Multi Monday tomorrow night. So see you there with some extra special bitters. All right, cheers, everybody. Have a
Cheers.
great- and thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Well, I almost left studio instead of in broadcast. That would have been bad, huh?